How's it going, professionals? So, giving you guys an update on my progress with WGU. I completed my first class within 2 to 3 weeks. It wasn't very challenging just because I feel like I've already swallowed enough cybersecurity information. I passed the CISSP last year, and some of that information is just still in my head. So the first class for me wasn't bad at all. But the CEH, that test was hard at first. For the second class, for me was the CEH exam. I went through WGU's boot camp, which was very informative. Um, and from a CSSP perspective, I think overall the CSSP teaches you how to manage a program, and then the CEH shows you how to do the technical aspects, like how to scan for vulnerabilities and um, I guess teach you how to think the way a hacker would. But it took me 2 to 3 months to pass CEH. I think I started studying for the CEH in September. So it's in September, October, November, December. So I think I took my first attempt. Let's see, September. I took my first attempt in October and I failed, and I think I missed it by 14 questions. So what I did was try to remember some of the questions that were on the exam and do research on those to see why I got those wrong. And honestly, I think for me it was because I didn't take the time to learn some of the scanning tools and the exact syntax. I thought I had practiced those enough and memorized some of those scans, but I think I needed to just go back and look over it again. Um, Overall, the boot camp was great. The guy that teaches it, he does a great job of showing you the tools. But from the exam perspective, I feel like they don't go in deep enough for you to learn how to answer questions on the exam. So, for anybody that wants to pass the CEH, all I can say is, you know, maybe spend 20 hours watching a video on the CEH just to get some idea of what is going to be on the exam, but then also do all the practice questions that you can find. I think I went to every different type of website that I could just to practice some of the exam questions. So I say I probably completed over 800, maybe 1,000 questions, because each I went through 4 different programs. Each of them had about 300 to 400 questions. So I probably studied over 1,200 questions just to get a great understanding of the questions on the exam. And that's my advice for anybody that wants to pass the CEH. If you're doing it the practice way, find find some of those programs online and do all the questions and get a good understanding of why some of those questions are right or wrong. So after I failed my first attempt in September, um, I went back through the boot camp, read through the book to see why I was wrong on some of those questions, and then also cross-reference that with the questions, the practice questions. There's a lot of stuff on Udemy, and there's even, if you're using WGU's Udemy page, I would say use create a separate account and do a search for CEH and do some of those practice questions as well. There's like a few more out there that aren't free through WGU. And that's my advice. Good luck to you if you're taking your CEH exam. Um, Next class is, I believe, networking or network security, and I think that one will be very important for me for my job now. And I'm hoping that I can actually go through this information and help me, you know, secure my network better. All right, well, have a good one.